Hello and welcome here to Nazareth Speedway for the 17th round of the Craftsman Cup Series. And it's the second time that we visited here, but this time we're going to be racing under the lights. Qualifying was yesterday, and as you can see, Dylan Poteet secured a pole position yesterday, and he'll be alongside Austin LaPlante in the 49 car. Before we get into this as well, I only just had a look at the previous qualifying that we did at Nazareth, and I don't know if this is just some fortunate luck or anything like that. The people that were on the front row for the first Nazareth race, pole position was Poteet and Austin LaPlante was second. So by the off chance, they've started on the front row together in this race here tonight. Unbelievable. Poteet needs to get things going here. He's slipping down in the points. I think he's down to like 5th place in the championship. So he needs to get at least a good run here tonight. Behind him, though, is RJ Bishop, who sits second in the standings still. It's been a little bit of movers and changes about in the championship order with Christian Martin finishing very well last week at that amazing race at Nashville last week. And yeah, RJ is going to be alongside Diego Ospina, already a winner this season. Can he make it to 2 like Jesse Turner has done? The new championship leader, though, is Christian Martin. He's going to start in 19th place. You can't see him in shot just yet, though, but you will see him in shot when we get these the cars all go by. I just find that amazing that it was the 19 and the 49 that was on the front row for the first Nazareth race, and here they are sitting on the front row for the night race. Anyway, let's get the cars going. And we're going to have another 79 laps around this 0.946 mile of a track. And there goes all 42 cars out running. Here's the starting lineup. So that's a look then of how the cars look for tonight's race. And the pace car now pulls off into the pit lane. And we're going to get ready for 79 laps of racing. Crowd in full attendance here tonight. They're hoping to see another exciting CCS race like it was the first time that we raced here. Poteet gets the field underway. We are at showtime at Nazareth. Poteet's going to lead the first lap, and he will get himself 5 bonus points for leading the lap. Bishop in second, LaPlante in third, the rookie Brent Wintergreen in fourth, and then another rookie of Liam Ervic in fifth. But look at the racing back here with Ospina on the high side, Wes Coe in the middle, and Cody Lammers on the bottom. Daniel Voiles also wants a piece of the action, so too does the 7 of Brand Tedesco. Not a lot of racing room there between the 0 and the 97, and Voiles goes through as well, possibly, as Tedesco. And there's the 12, the championship leader, Christian Martin, making his way, passing the 10 and the 97, followed by the 15 there of Carson Green. And we've got ourselves a wreck. We've got ourselves an accident going into turn 2, and Charles Sanford's got some right side damage. Last week's near winner Matt McLean also involved. Danny Wells is also taken to the grass. I think Trent Dunham has also picked up some damage and all. But the leaders have actually came across the line to get the caution flag. Oh, they're all getting stacked up here. They've got to be all careful here. Oh, and there's more. Oh, my. And Dylan Young and Nathan Hudson and the 37 all had a moment going towards the caution flag. And Dylan Young's car is stuck and Nathan Hudson's day is over. So there was a crash coming to the pace car. And there's smoke coming out of the Viagra Ford and and that is the end for Nathan Hudson. So we've got a couple of replays to have a look at then. The 6 car is absolutely destroyed. We're going to see possibly some drivers. Oh, God. Slow down. Slow down. Deary me, Nathan's a bit hot-headed at the minute. Looks like some of the drivers then opted to stay out. And there's Dylan Young. His night is also run. So we've got 2 accidents then that happened right back at lap number 4, I believe it was. Here's some replays. So this is what happened that actually brought out caution. Well, the first caution that I should say here. So the 32 makes a nice clean pass on the inside of Trent Dunham. Ooh, it kind of may have got stacked right there with the 32. And then, yeah, it gets hooked by the 1. And then the 37 gets up into the wall. Seth Cole gets tagged along. He's going for a spin. Shelton, last week's winner, did well to avoid it. So too did Joshua Collard. But Matt McLean did not avoid it in time. Danny Wells escaped to the grass. I don't think he has got quite a bit of damage on his car. His car might be basically okay. Probably might have to go into the pit lane to clear some of the grass off the radiator or anything like that. But that's what happened to bring out caution number 1. And then let's see what happened to Dylan Young and Nathan Hudson and Alex Rowe yet again. And this was actually coming to the caution flag. They're 3 wide across the line. Hudson got there first, followed by Young and then Alex Rowe. Rowe's got some left side damage on his car. And then, yeah, Dylan Young just gets turned by the 37, who goes into the 6. And them 3 are going to get a little bit of airtime. And then Dylan Young going nearly upside down. Well, in fact, he is. He is actually going to tumble upside down. He done a flip. Now, I think Sam Oskender, he may just tagged his teammate Nathan Hudson in the pro. I mean, there was nowhere for Seth Cole to go. But, yeah, that is a very wild ride for Dylan Young. Haven't seen a bad accident like this at this track since Jeff Purvis's accident in 2002. So then, big accidents already occurred in the early goings of this race. Well, you join us back again as we are going to get back to the green flag. We are going to be on lap 8 out of 79. The pole sitter leads the field, followed by RJ Bishop, then Austin Plant, Wintergreen, Liam Ervik, Matt McIntyre, sorry. The 48 of Chris Summers, the 18 of Cody Lammers, he sits 8th, Daniel Royals 9th, and Brant Disco completes the top 10. There's the championship leader and the former championship leader, 11 and 12 respectively. We're back underway at Nazareth. Drivers thought it was a bit too early to make a early pit stop. I mean, we have seen in previous CCS races an early caution to come out and drivers will make a pit stop. Try and change a bit of pit strategy there. Battle for 4th place is between the 2 rookies, and Ervik goes through, and now Wintergreen might get there hung out to dry on the outside, and Matt McIntyre, yes, is going to go through. And now Daniel Voiles on the inside of Cody Lammers, and that is for 8th place, I believe that is. And Wes McCall was already surpassed Christian Martin to go up into 11th position. And Wintergreen did well then, just get back into line. He's now down to 6th place, but it could have been a lot worse though for the 07. But out in front then, good start then from Pulte. He's led every lap of the race here so far. Bishop in 2nd. The Plant looking a bit close to the back of the 40 car. May see a position change then for P2. But it's Dodgers 1, 2, 3 and 5. 4 Dodgers in the top 5. The best placed Ford driver is Daniel Voiles. There he is, sitting in 8th place. Now then, Wes McCall looks like he's got himself a fast car as he's all over the back of Tedesco, going in towards turns 2 and 3. There is always a debate about this track, whether this track is a 4-corner track or a 5-corner track. I always believe it's turn 5, 5 corners. I always believe that. Just in a position change there as Chris Summers has made the pass on Wintergreen. Wintergreen then starting, lost a bit of momentum, trying to let some of the back. And this is a really tricky track, this. You know, just less than a mile long. You really want to keep your momentum here because that was another position lost for Wintergreen. He restarted fourth. He's down to 7th, and now I think Voiles may have a look on the inside. He thinks about it. Now he goes low and takes 7th place away from Wintergreen. Lamas is too far back to attempt to make a pass on him, but looks like Wintergreen might be having a bit of a struggle with the handling of the car, it would seem. Probably would have made a good idea to make a pit stop if he was a bit unhappy with the setup of the car here tonight. Bishop has actually pulled a little bit away from LaPlante. You can see there. Yeah, you can see LaPlante now not all over the back of Bishop, and now Bishop is getting closer to the 19 of the leader, Dylan Pulte. Let's have a look further back through the field, and there's Kyle Matthews. Matthews is all alone. Unless there was a problem there with the 45. There's Seth Cole, and there's Danny Wells. The driver's not involved. Amazing to think that the 37 was involved in a bad crash. Well, 2 crashes it would seem. But still holding up there. And so is Matt McLean, and there's the 11 there of Nick Gunther. More positions changing here back through the field there. As you can see, last week's winner, Jessica Shelton, passing Fitzwater. And there is Michael Norman still running in the top 10 in the championship. He just passes Zachary Fitzwater. That is for the 28th position. Now Trent Dunham is trying to make a pass on the 29 as Levi McIntyre passes Sky Commons, as well as Matt McLean. Oh, more battling going on here. There's Brandon Ross in the 21 making a move on Jesse Turner. So that's a position gain there for Brandon Ross. He started 36th, currently running 18th. So Brandon doing really well. I have to say, I did not notice this when we did the first time that we raced here at Nazareth, but we went into the pit stop time, and I clearly did not see Brandon Ross's car like on pit wall. I honestly did not see that car stuck on the pit wall. It didn't occur to me at all. I thought it was kind of like camouflaged up against the pit wall, but no, he screenshotted it and put it in the Discord chat, and I was totally blinded by his car stuck up against the pit wall. And if anyone do want to be involved in the CCS Discord chat, there is a link in the description. So Brandon Ross then driving very well, up to 17th now. Oh, looks like he ran a little wide out of the corner. That might have an opportunity for Ali Rain to make a move, and she will not take advantage of that. There is Ospina, now down in 16th place after starting in 4th place, passed by Jamie Smith and Carson Gum. Now looks like the cars have gone into a single file formation here, as Wintergreen, who has lost a few positions on that restart, looks like he's found the momentum yet again. And it's pulling away from Tedesco in 9th place, so that's good going there for the rookie. The best place of the RCR teammates there, Matt McLean, who's actually working his way out through the field, and Zachary Fitzwater is going back through the field, it would seem. So already the race has gone into a bit of a lull, as every car looks like they're going to be single file. Oh, Joshua Collard is attempting to pass on James Qualls. There goes the 43. Looks like he's the only hope for Petty Enterprises. Side by side through turn 1 with Qualls. Now he'll probably get the position going into 2 and 3. 43 on the inside, 24 on the outside. Charlie Buxton's made a pass on Noah Cars. And now behind Cars is his teammate Michael Norman in the Kellogg's number 5 car. And Collard has made the pass. So that's the position gained for Joshua. Getting closer to get into the top 20. He's got maybe about a half a second advanced gap now to try and close up to Jack Mitchell. There he is in the 42. He has got the 8 car of Andy McCrory, who is now fresh off his free probation incident races. Daniel Voiles is looking quite racy. He's actually catching up to the 48 of Chris Summers, the best place of the Hendrick team. It looks like Chris had a good run off of turns 3. Now into 4 and 5, and Voiles thinks about making a pass. I've always said this about Daniel Voiles this season. We always see him up at the front, but the end product's just not there for Daniel. It's just not there. We've seen him multiple times up at the front, battling for the lead. But again, when it's coming to the, when the chips are down and when you need a good finishes, the team sort of crumbles. He doesn't deserve to be where he is in the championship, put it that way, because like I says, we've seen him so many times up the front. But it's just, again, the finishers. He's got to think, he's got to be a lot more better than the finishers. So still Poteet, who's led every lap here so far. Bishop in second, LaPlante in third. Fourth place is Liam Ervig, Matt McIntyre in fifth, Summers and Daniel Voiles sixth and seventh. Then Wintergreen in eighth. Ninth is Brand Tedesco, and Wes Cole completes the top 10. And we just saw Carson Green in the 15th. There he is there, running in 11th place. And Cody Lammers, who was in the top 10 prior to the caution, who's now fallen out of it. And there you can see there is Christian Martin in the 12. And right behind him is a man really on form at the minute, Carson Gum in the 99. And he has really moved up in the championship. Last week, 6th place finish. Yeah, 6th place finish at Nashville. He was 14th at Auto Club. Then at Indianapolis, he was 6th and 3rd at Daytona. So really, in the second half of the season has been quite strong by the 99 team. And he has really moved up his way through the championship. Let's see if there's a position change. Oh, Wintergreen's making a position on Daniel Voiles. That's for 7th place. More times they're going to go side by side here. The more the Chris Thomas is going to pull away from that pack of cars, and still Daniel trying to hang it on the outside, but probably has to give it up. And now Tedesco's going to take advantage here. Yep, indeed he will. Now is Wes McCall going to make a pass? He's close. That's now Daniel Voiles down to 9th spot now. McCall sticks his next little struggle on the inside. Now Carson Green and Cody Lammers are there too, if they're to pick up the pieces from this type of incident. And I think Voiles has managed to clear that, so that's now Voiles down to 10th place. Ooh, he sort of left the inside a little bit gaping for a Napa Chevrolet to try and get through, but no, Carson thinks better of it there. Oh, and Carson's just scraped the wall going into one. And now Cody Lammers will say, thank you very much, I'll take 11th place away from you. The car just looked like it bobbled, really understeered through one and scraped the wall. Hopefully that's going to hurt the aerodynamics, as Jack Mitchell further back is going to attempt in their pass now on Andy McCurdy. He was stuck there for about 15 laps or so behind him. And now Collard is going to go through with James Qualls and all. Yeah, now Collard is going by the 8. Now, what can the 24 do here of James Qualls? He's going to possibly dive to the inside. No, he's going to give McCurdy the space. Not a lot of space, it would seem. Oh, no, he's got his Chevrolet on the inside now. So McCurdy has lost about a couple of positions. He's going to lose a couple more here. Charlie Buxton looked like he understeered through 1 and all. James not really getting the run on the inside though. On the 8, he'll get it done going into 4 and 5 here. Yeah, he has got it done. Oh, we've got some racing up front here too. You can see Colin Jones losing some spots now. Jesse Turner on the inside and Brandon Ross on the inside of Jamie Smith. So a couple of position changes there. I did also notice at the back of the grid, the 45 of Kyle Matthews has actually caught up now. He's still running 39th place. He has passed Alex Rowe, but his car's damaged from the incidents that he's had. And there's Seth Cole and Charles Sanfer. Meanwhile, back up front, the leader, though, is still Dylan Poteet. 34 laps of the 79 laps have been completed, and Poteet has led every lap here so far Bishop still running second. LaPlante in third. And in fourth place is Liam Ervig. Fifth is McIntyre and Chris Summerson in sixth. Seventh is Wintergreen. Eighth is Tedesco. Ninth is Wes McCall. And Daniel Vaugh's completing the top 10 is Christian Martin, looking a bit racy on the back of the 15 car. Hopefully that right side damage hasn't affected the aerodynamic on the Napa Chevrolet. Yeah, you can see the slight bit of damage there. Fourteenth is still Carson Gum. His teammate Diego Ospina is running 15th. Ali Reid running 16th. Brandon Ross in 17th position. And now Jack Mitchell is looking a bit racy now. He's getting closer to the back of Jesse Turner in the Valvoline Chevy. They're going to be making pit stops somewhat soon here. We're nearly approaching the half race distance here. 36 laps in. Oh, looks like Jessica Shelton, looks like she's setting up a pass on Noah Cars in the 44. Doesn't do it though. Noah Cars is also doing extremely well in the championship after picking up the victory at Indianapolis a few weeks ago. Followed it up with a third place finish at Auto Club. I think there's pit stops happening. I've just seen Sama Oskin going into the pit lane. Indeed he is. So Sama Oskin then is the first to make a pit stop. And I did say pit stops were going to happen, as well as the leader, Dylan Poteet, is in. So the leader of the race, Poteet, into the pits. As Nick Gunther makes a pass on the 00. Yeah, getting back to what I was saying about with the 44. Oh, more drivers are coming in. Dunham is in. Michael Norman is in. Jack Mitchell is in. A whole load of other drivers are in the pits. Wes McCall's also in. Out goes McIntyre. That means the leader will be Austin LaPlante. Yeah, LaPlante now leads the race and he gets 5 points. Now he's going to go into the pit lane, as well as Ervig, as well as McIntyre. But yeah, getting back to Noah Cars there, he followed up with a third place finish at Auto Club and a decent 12th place finish at Nashville. And there's Seth Cole also into the pit lane as well. Oh, and there's contact with Michael Norman. It is a very narrow pit lane, it really is. I'm just checking to see if any cars are... Oh, Christian Martin. Ah, yeah, it's a very, very tight pit road, it really is. Luckily, though, no cars on the pit wall, so that's okay. Oh, look at this. Look at RJ Bishop. Bishop and Poteet. This is effectively for the lead of the race is Qualls and Levi McIntyre. As Matt McLean also comes out of the pits. And now RJ has actually gone ahead of Dylan Poteet, who runs ride and kisses the wall. So then, when all pit stops are said and done, it looks like to me RJ Bishop is now into the lead. Seth Cole stuck behind the damaged 37 car. He's actually got some damage now. Yeah, Alex Rowe's got a lot of damage on his car. Is that brought out a caution? I don't know. No, it's not brought out a caution. Cody Lama's then into the pits, and he is just out the way and just slight contact with Fitzwater. And Cody Lamerson is just going to come out with this gaggle of cars here, which has got the 49, and yeah, this is going to be absolute mad now. Look at this field of cars here. Oh, and LaPlante is going to lose he's going to tumble down the order now. Stuck on the outside there. Carson Gum just dives really low. Oh, and two more tires. Oh, and there's contact. And into the wall goes LaPlante. And Jamie Smith and into Charles Stanford. And caution is out for the second time tonight. And Jamie Smith's bad run still continues. Yep, caution is out. There you can see the pace car, he is out there. But that's two more cars then out of the race. And it was really dicey with drivers coming out there. The leaders have already picked up the caution. Charles Stanford's driving really quickly into the pit lane, but his car's done. The engine's completely gone. And as well, like I said, Jamie Smith there. A lot of damage there on the Morgan McClure car. And there's the 37 car. His car looks very badly damaged, but look how caved in the 4 car is. And he's going to come in and retire. So, yeah, like I said, Jamie Smith's bad run continues yet again. So let's have a look at a replay. So we're looking here at the Goodyear blimp. Don't worry, there is a full audience there in attendance. There really is. Now, just watch here the 99. He just dive bombs into one. He was sort of backing out, but then thought, you know, he was in 2 minds, it would seem. But yeah, the 4 went into the wall. He followed the route of the 24, and then that's how it all Constantina did. Colin Jones did well just to miss it. And then, yeah, he's actually done very well to miss both the 49 and the 4. Hard into the outside wall goes the 4, and then, you know, bounces off the wall into the 32 of Charles Sanfer. Anthony McCreary really on the brakes, really hard, and he avoids it without any issue too. Hopefully he doesn't flat spot the tyres by doing that there. Also noticed that Ali Rain doesn't have a bonnet on her car. I wonder if there was some kind of incident between the 37 and the 77 for the reason why Ali Rain doesn't have a bonnet. But yeah, that's the actual problem there. I think we're going to have a look from Colin Jones's view, because that would have been some shot. On board here now with Colin Jones. Jamie Smith basically followed the line as James Qualls, as he was passing the clamp. And he just followed James Qualls' line. He did exceptionally well. Past has come on the inside. And a very interesting decision then when some drivers are coming into the pit lane. McCall is in, Wintergreen is in, and more importantly, Dylan Poteet is coming in. Maybe they didn't put enough fuel in the car. Bishop stays out, Summers stays out. Seth Cole's now a lap down, unfortunately. Who else is coming in? Jack Mitchell is also in. Anyone else coming in? Michael Norman is in. Sam Oskin makes another pit stop. Yeah, so very interesting choice here for a couple of these drivers in making a pit stop. Very, very interesting. More importantly, though, the 19, who led pretty much the first half of the race, and he's going to make yet another stop. Very interesting call that there by the 19 team. Oh, and he's been stuck behind the Marshall. The Marshall is stuck in the way, and it's causing a bit of a jam, and there's more contact out the pit lane. Well, that's how you get robbed, really. Anyway, let's get back to the green. Well, we are back again for the green flag. We will be on lap 47 out of 79, so 33 laps to go. Very interesting decisions of people to make yet another pit stop during the caution. Going to be interesting how they're going to work their way out through the field. Anyway, RJ Bishop leads the field. Chris Summers in second. Seth Cole's running a lap down. He's running 35th, but he does have some damage there. Tedesco in third. Daniel goes in fourth. Ervin fifth. Dylan Ospina's done very well to get back up into 6th place. Then 7th is Matt McIntyre. 8th is Brandon Ross. Carson Green 9th. And the championship leader, Christian Martin, is 10th. We're back underway. Chris needs a good restart. Looks like he sort of did. Trying to get the good run off of free and then onto the backstretch, but then Bishop pulls away. Oh, and looks like there's some already positions there as Tedesco gets by the lap car of Seth Cole. There's a little bit of a stack up there at turn 5 with Green, the 12 of Christian Martin, and James Qualls, who's made a lightning start too. Cody Lamas now moving down the order. As now Brandon Ross passes the 22. That is for position. Seth Cole trying to move out of people's way. So that's Brandon Ross down to 7th place. Now Ospina's trying to pass Seth Cole, which he does cleanly. Brandon Ross also on the inside. And now the 18 is tumbling down the order now. That's Fitzwater going by. Trent Dunham, who was involved in the first caution, he's going by. Yep, he's going to go by. Is he now clear? Yeah, Shelton's too far back here to make a pass. As Danny Wells looks like he's going to attempt to make a move on McCrory, and then we will take the position as more drivers passing the lap. The damaged Cole. Oh, in fact, Danny Wells is going for another pass on last week's winner, Jessica Shelton, which he does so kindly. Now let's see where the drivers that made the pit stop then. There's Dylan Pulte. He's now up into 22nd place. So Dylan Pulte looking very quick already. He's already worked his way through the field quite nicely there. The other drivers then haven't gone by the likes of McLean and Levi McIntyre. As Nick Gunther looks like he's going to lose a spot to McLean. And there's Mitchell. He was one of them that pitted during the caution of the pit stops. Running down in 26th place, as well as Wes McCall, who's down in 27th. And now Cody Lammers has got back into line there, and now he's going to have to get by Cole in the process. So now that's Cody down to 15th place. Yep, Cole finally gets by. Finally moving out of people's way there. Oh, and now Fitzwater for an overtake on Carson Gum. Hopefully the front end of that 99 car is not too badly damaged. Although Carson is leaving it hanging out very nicely on the outside, but I think probably may have to surrender that now to Fitzwater, and indeed he does. James Quall's looking very racy. This is to get back into the top 10 yet again. He's got to get by the 12 car though. Yep, he's trying to set it up here. It's going to take a few corners to get the pass actually made here. Didn't get a good run off a free though. Oh, looks like further behind. Charlie Buxton is attempting. He's past the 18, so more positions losing then for Cody Lammers. Sky Commons also gets through. So that puts him up now into 17th place. Good run list actually from Sky. He's had in a few bad races, and he's tumbled down points after winning at Auto Club back in the second round of the championship. And so there's Andy McCrory. He's actually gone by Dylan Pulte now. So Pulte's going to lose yet another spot to Matt McLean. So the drivers that then made a pit stop during the second caution, they've not really made any progress. Pulte really did actually make some progress. Not anymore now, and still Lammers then still going down the order. That's now Colin Jones. Oh wow, he's gone very wide through 2 and 3. And now McCrory's going to pass the 8 car. And that will put Cody Lammers out of the top 20 now. Oh, Levi going for a pass on the 07 of Wintergreen and gets it stuck. Can Nick Gunther take advantage of that as well? You know, Wintergreen gives him the room. And through on the inside then goes the Daytona 500 champion. And through on the inside and as well goes Wes McCall. Nova Cars has not done very well in this race here. Down now there in 29th place there, battling with Sam Oscar and Jack Mitchell, who's having a poor race. Not good though for Jack, because he's running in the top 10 in the Drivers' Championship. Oh, now look at this. Charlie Buxton's going for a pass on Danny Wells. Defending champion might lose a couple of spots in the process if Sky Commons can get closer, and he is. And now he is alongside him. Is he? Or can Danny just shut the door away in Sky's fit? He does shut him. Oh, meanwhile, Matt McIntyre going for 7th place back on Brandon Ross. It looks like he's going to take it. Also, Joshua Collard's made a pass on James Qualls. We didn't see that though, because we were looking at the other drivers battling over position back through the field. But retakes 7th place now, does Matt. Brandon relegated there to 8th place. Carson Green never really made an attempt to try and counter-attack and try and pass Brandon Ross in the process. But good showing here from a couple of drivers there, particularly the 21 and the 15. They're running in the top 10. They're not doing well in the championship. I think they're already going to be mathematically eliminated. They probably know they're not going to win the championship, but they want to have some strong runs at the end of the season, as now we're into the last 10 races of what has been quite an intense championship. I'll tell you what, this is a good run actually now from Diego Ospina. Started the race in 4th place, fell down to as low as 16th. Must have made a great pit stop to work himself back now into 6th place. There's Liam Ervik. Solid car all the way through, as well as the 38, as well as the 7. Chris Summers in the 48, running 2nd behind the leader RJ Bishop. I think to my knowledge, Bishop's tenure in the CCS, he's not had a win to his name. Drove for Hendrick last season, moved over to the 40 team for Chip Ganassi, and it's been working absolutely brilliantly for RJ. Second in the standings, he comes into this race. And he's looking good here for a strong finish. Could potentially get his first ever win in the CCS. But as what we saw last week, though, you can't take anything for granted, as you saw what happened with Matt McLean last week. Had a comfortable lead before the engine gave up on him, and ended up retiring down in 31st place. So you should never rest on your laurels here now, that something like that could actually quite happen. I think there was another position change potentially. Yeah, that was Ospina. Ospina trying to get a top 5 now on Liam Ervig. But Ervig has had a solid car all the way through. Oh, meanwhile, there's Oscar the Plant, who started on the outside pole. He's now down in 32nd place. Jesse Turner's all the way back there. Kyle Matthews, he's moving up. Oh no, he's actually more than a couple of laps down. My apologies, isn't he? Yeah, he's a lap down, I'm afraid. But looks like he's got a good car though on him. Just a bit too unfortunate though. Now Dylan Pulte passes the 31 yet again. And that puts Pulte now up into 22nd place. The other drivers then that made a pit stop have not moved up. They've stayed where they are, unfortunately. No movement for McCall, no movement for Wintergreen or Norman for that matter. Or Jack Mitchell. Those are the few drivers there that pitted during the second caution. I think Sky Commons was looking for a passer back on Wells. That would be for 15th position. Not going to do it though. Good bit of racing here. Oh, Collard one's a little wide, and that will take James Qualls up a position. Side by side through turn 1 they go. DuPont on the inside, Cheerios on the outside. 24 versus 43. Still side by side through 2 and 3. And Fitzwater's not going to be too close though. I mean, he possibly might though. Possibly could. He might stick his nose in there. Yep, Fitzwater has a nose on the inside of Collard, and that's another position gain then for James Qualls, and that will put him now into the top 10, I think. No, just outside it. And now Fitzwater. Fitzwater on the inside of Joshua Collard. That's that onto the backstretch now. We're going to have ourselves 11 laps of racing still to go, and I think there was a problem on the double zero, because he was all over the back of Danny Wells, and he's fallen way back here, and now the 17 of Jessica Shelton has found a way by Sky Commons. And that puts Jessica now up into 16th place. So Commons now relegated to 17th place, falling under the clutches of the 66 of rookie Colin Jones, who looks on the inside, but not going to get it done. Fair play. Actually, this is a great shout this year to the one team of Trent Dunham. He was involved in the first lap caution back at lap 4. And he's really dug deep here. I say that now because he's got these lefty inside open for Danny Wells to go through, but actually has a great run off of 3 and held the position. But he's actually drove his way through the field quite nicely. He obviously must have made a great pit stop as well, but there he is, just running now in P14. So good going here for the DEI driver, driving the Bush Series car, the Ritz car. And don't worry about the rookie stripes. I can guarantee you that Trent is no rookie in the CCS. He's a multiple winner in this series, so he knows how to do things here. Danny Wells is looking feisty. He's actually looking on the inside, and he goes by. So Wells then takes advantage, and look at the run. Look how quick the 17 car is. How quick he's got up now. Oh, I thought Trent was going to smash it, hit the wall. But I tell you what, that 17, his car is absolutely on the ragged edge. She has got a lightning, super quick car. So that's now Trent then. I was praising Trent for being in a spot where he is now. He's going to tumble down the order now because here comes Commons in a 00. Anyway, meanwhile, back up front here, there's a look at Christian Martin, who is in 8th place. There's a look at Brandon Ross. Great showing this here from Brandon, running in the 8th place. But it is still RJ Bishop from Summers, from Tedesco, from Daniel Voiles, who's running 4th. Ervik in 5th. Quiet race for him, but he's had a solid car all the way through this race. As we're now into the lap, well, we're going up with speak, Sean. We're about 5 laps to go this time around. Yeah, I think the 97 is wanting a top 5 finish here. It looks like it's go time then for the 97 team. 5 laps to go now. But he's looking all over the back then of Lervig as they go through 2 and 3. But still no advantage, nothing for Chris Summers to have then over the 40 team. Looks like it's a good advantage though for the 40 team as they make their way through turns 4 and 5. And they will have 4 more laps of racing to go. My apologies. There's the All-Star winner, Seth Cole in the 41. Down there, 37th place. And there's Ali Rain running 34th. Yet another bad run, unfortunately, for her. And the drivers then that did make that pit stop during the second caution, they've really not recovered from it. Let's have a look then at Jessica Shelton as, well, Carson Gum has lost a spot to Danny. Now let's see what the 17 can do now as we've got 3 laps of racing to go. Josh O'Connor then just on the outside of the top 10. Oh, actually has a look on the inside of Fitzwater. Can he take advantage there of the mistake there? Possibly. Not too sure. Oh, the championship leader's in the pits. Christian Martin, championship leader in the pit lane. Now this is going to be worrying now for some drivers if they've not got enough fuel in the car with 2 laps to go. But Christian Martin, the championship leader, well, he's not going to be the championship leader no more because the man that's running second in the championship is leading the race. So that's enabled Carson Green now to be further up now. That's him now up into 9th place, and James Qualls down into the top 10 as Collard has gone by Fitzwater. So now this could be worrying now for the drivers as Martin comes back out on the track. And we're on the last lap, folks. The white flag's already been waved for RJ Bishop. Now then, we saw what happened to McLean a week ago. Does it look the same for Bishop? Engine still sounds pretty good to me though, but coming then off of turn 4 and turn number 5, RJ Bishop is going to get his first CCS win of his career. Summers gets second, and it was a side-by-side finish for 3rd place, but Brant Tedesco just barely gets it over Daniel Voiles. Well, that was absolutely massive there for the championship there, with Christian Martin making a late pit stop. But RG, he finally does come into the pit stops because the race is finished, and he wins the round at Nazareth. That was another exciting race, that wasn't it? Pretty enjoyable to watch. I hope you did enjoy the watch this race with enjoyment on your faces. Anyway, that's the end of tonight's session of the CCS. Round 18 is going to be at Kansas. Like I said earlier in the video, if you want to be involved in the CCS for next season, there's a link in the description. And as the winner makes his way into the pit lane and celebrates with his mechanics, and his car immediately disappears. That is it. Thank you again for watching. Give this race a like, and we'll see you again next week, round 18 at Kansas. Bye-bye.